Okay, so let us see this question. You have two rods, aluminum and steel, same length. So each of uh, aluminum and steel rods are of length 60 centimeters. And then initial temperature is 30 degrees, final is 100 degrees Celsius. So delta T, that is change in temperature, is 70 degrees Celsius. That's what we are interested in. You just have to add delta T L1 plus delta L2 and finally add it to the original length. So delta L1 is what? L alpha delta T, L1 alpha delta T and L2 alpha delta T. So L is anyway same, so that will come common. Alpha is different, but delta T is same, so that will also come common. And inside this, you will have alpha 1 plus alpha 2. That is 24 into 10 power minus 6 plus 1.2 into 10 power minus 5. Now, some people may go wrong in looking at this minus 5. They might take it as minus 6 and then the calculations will go wrong and you'll never get the answer. Even if you get the answer, it will be a wrong thing. So what you need to take care is look at that properly and then 60 into 70 into this you can write as 12 into 10 power minus 6. So that will give you 36 times 10 power minus 6. The calculation is quite easy because see you don't have to worry about the order again because these options look very nearby but they are not very near. They are very very far because the answer is this is what we are calculating. We are not calculating that 120. So look at those numbers, those are very far away. This is 03, this is 06, there is 20 and this is 15. So the answers are very far. It's okay to do the calculations approximately. So don't worry about the order. Again, we are interested in number. So 6 into 7 and then multiplied by 36. So 36 into 6 I will do first. That is 216, 6 cube multiplied by 7. So 2, 7 2's 14. So this is the answer. Now you might not believe me, but tell me where I will go wrong. Okay, you cannot find anything where I can go wrong. See, you find the proper digits, the numbers properly, then you are sure to get the correct. Yeah, the next question. A 1 meter long wire, metal rod. AB completes the circuit as shown in figure. You have magnetic field 0.1 Tesla. If the resistance of the total circuit is 2 ohms, then the force needed to move the rod towards right with a constant speed V of 1 meter per second is. Okay, so he's saying that this is going to move with constant velocity. So in that case, if it is moving with constant velocity, then the net force must be zero. So the force applied by U must be equal to force applied by the magnetic field. So what force is the magnetic field applying? IBL. So how do you get I? That is EMF by resistance. That is BVL, that is motional EMF by R you can take. Or you can take d phi by dt by R also. It doesn't matter, both will give you the same answer. So B is what? 0.1 multiplied by V is what? 1.5. L is what? 1 again. Divided by resistance. R is what? 2. So do the calculations. You will get 3 by 4, 0.75 here. 0.75. Yeah, you have to bother about the order? Yes, you have to bother about the order because you see you have two options where numbers are same but order is different. So you need to take care of the order. So point 1, this is 3 by 4, that is 0.75 and multiplied by 10 power minus 2. That is your current. So that multiplied by B again, B is how much? 0.1 Tesla multiplied by length is how much? 1 meter. Okay, IBL. That's your force. He's asking force. So yeah, so how much is it? This 0.1 will go here. Ten power minus 3 and then multiplied by somewhere I went wrong. BVL, right? B is how much? 0.1, then 1.5 into 1 divided by 2 is the distance. Fine. 3 by 4. I went wrong here. 0.75 into 10 power minus 1 here. Okay, fine. Yeah, remaining things intact. So you know the answer. That's 4. Point 0.75 into 10 power minus 1 is the current. Current into B is 0.1 into L is 1. Okay. So that will give you 7.5 into 10 power minus 3. Okay. Yeah. So this is logic gates problem. There is nothing much to teach here, but one of my student claims that I forgot the symbols for OR gate and an AND gate and NAND gate. So I don't know. This is the easiest of all the questions. And you need to draw the truth table. You should know how to draw the truth table. So otherwise, there is nothing much I can teach you in this. If you know it, you will do it. Otherwise, yeah, you will leave it. Okay. So the next question: two strings having linear density so and so, so and so, and length so and so, so and so, respectively are joined. See, when I'm reading the question, I don't go into the details of the values of the quantities which are given there, physical quantities which are given there. So, at the first reading, I am just going to read what all are given, what all physical quantities are given, what I am supposed to do. So, if you go into the details of the question, the physical quantities values, you will forget about the question, and your focus on solving the question will decrease, and your focus on remembering the values will improve. That is useless. So let us focus on, can you do the problem or not, and what exactly is the problem. Then obviously when you are solving it, when you are trying to put your pen on the paper, you will obviously look at the values and do the things. So let us read the question. Free ends of A and B are tied to two rigid supports C and D. Free ends are tied like this, C and D. This itself is here, this itself is B actually. The fun thing. Respectively, creating a tension of 500 newtons in the wire. The two identical pulses sent from C and D ends take time T1 and T2 respectively to reach the joint. Okay, so there is a pulse coming from here, there is a pulse coming from here. They are coming towards the joint in times T1 and T2, it seems. Now you see, it has nothing to do with the joint actually. This question has nothing to do with the joint. You just put another wall here, it doesn't matter. You just have to find the times taken for the pulse to travel that distance. That's it. So how do you do it? T1 will be equal to distance covered in the first one, that is LA divided by VA. That will be LA is what? Now look at the values, 2.5. So 2.5 divided by VA is what? Root of T by mu, that is 500 divided by mu is what? 2 into 10 power minus 4. Okay. T2 is what? LB, that is root of, sorry. Okay, I'll erase this. What is the value of T2? 1.5 divided by root of 500, that is tension T by mu. Mu is what? 4 into 10 power minus 4. Now we need the ratio of these two. When you need the ratio of these two, you can directly cancel off. See, don't write again, okay? That will take time. So 5 times 3, 5, 5 is, this 500 is gone anyways. This 2 is gone, this 2 is gone, okay? This is what you get. And this 10 power minus 4 is anyways gone. So what are you left over here? 5 by 5 by nothing, root 1 is to 3 by 1 by root 2. So 3 by 3 root 2. 5 is to 3 root 2. So that would be what? 5 divided by 3 root 2. 3 into 1.4. Approximately 1.5, let us say. So that would be 5 divided by 4.5. So how much will be 5 divided by 4.5 is a question. So how do you do it? 5 divided by 4.5, you know the division. This will be 1 by 0.9 or 10 by 9 basically. What I say is you should actually remember 1 by 2 value, 1 by 3 value, 1 by 4 value, 1 by 5 value, 1 by 6 value, 1 by 7 value, 1 by 8 value, and 1 by 9 value. I used to do it when I was a student. So I'm not saying that that is the only way, but that is probably one way to do the question quickly. Okay, here we didn't approximate much. Okay, so yeah, we increase the denominator, so the answer you are going to get, okay, is going to be less than the actual answer which is going to be in the options. That's what you have to remember. So what is the 1 by 9 value you are supposed to remember? Actually, I used to remember. So 1.11 multiplied by so 1 point, this is what you'll get as 1.11. Now the answer cannot be less than this. You have increased the denominator. So when you increase the denominator, you already got an answer which is less than what you're supposed to get. So anything which is greater than this will be the answer. That will be 4. Yeah, this question is easy if you understand the question. Earth is there and a satellite is going around the Earth in a radius of 1.5 RE radius, and it has to be sent to the another orbit of radius 3 RE. So what is the energy of a satellite which is going around in a orbit? It is minus gmm by 2r. Why 2r? Because you are supposed to take total energy, not the potential energy or the kinetic energy of the satellite. The total energy of the satellite in an orbit is given by minus gmm by 2r. Why is it like that? The potential energy is given by minus gmm by r, and the kinetic energy is given by gmm by 2r, positive gmm by 2r. Upon addition, you will get this. So when you subtract the final energy minus final total energy minus initial total energy, that is minus gmm by 2 times 3re minus of minus gmm by 2 times 1.5 re, and what you'll do, how you'll do the calculations here. What you'll get common here, first of all, this 1.5 can be written as 3 by 2, so 2 will go up, and what you'll get common here, gmm by 6 re you'll get common with a minus, you can say. This will be 1 minus 2. Okay, so you'll get gmm by 6 re. Gmm by 6 re you can write as multiply and divide with re. This gmm, g capital M and re square, you can write as what? Small g, acceleration due to gravity, that is 10. 10 into small m is what? 100 kgs. 100 divided by 6 into 6 into 10 power 10 power 6 meters. So 6 is gone, and then 10 power 6 you can keep it aside. The answer is 1000. Alpha is 1000. Okay, that's easy. Now where can the students go wrong? Yeah, here. Instead of total energy, they may just take potential energy, that is minus gmm by r, or they might just take kinetic energy. Or what else can you go wrong? You let me know in the. Again, this is an easy question. See, what he says is, at the origin you have 10 power minus 8 coulombs charge, and at some point 4 comma 4 comma 2 you have a point A, and at another point B 2 comma 2 comma 1 you have another point, and a charge is moved from A to B. So always final final potential minus initial potential you will do to find the potential difference, then multiplied by the charge which is moved, that will give you work done. That's what you are supposed to do. Okay, now this is actually work done by us, not the electrostatic potential energy. Or not the electrostatic force, is work done by us. So let us be very clear what exactly is this work done. So 2 into 10 power minus 6 multiplied by Vf. How will you find Vf? Kq by R. K is how much? 9 into 10 power 9. Q is how much? 10 power minus 8 by R is how much? 4 square plus 4 square plus 2 square. 16 plus 16 plus 4, that is 36. Under root is 6. So this is 6. Actually, this is initial potential energy. Final is this. This is final. So 2 square plus 2 square plus 1 square. 4 plus 4 plus 1, 9. Under root is 3. 3 minus 9 into 10 power 9 into 10 power minus 8 divided by 6. So doing the calculations, you should get the answer. So what you'll do is k and k by 3 you can take common, and 10 power minus 8 also you can take common. 10 power 9 also you can take common. So what all you will have outside the brackets, you don't see, this is what I'm telling you. You don't have to worry about the order in this question. So 2 into inside the brackets 9 is 9 by 3 you can take common. Inside the brackets, don't worry about the order. It is just 1 minus 1 by 2. So that is half. That will be gone with this. And then this is 3. So the number should be 3. That is answer 3. Okay. Now, some people might attempt integration. Okay. So that is a waste of time, and you are never going to get the answer anyways. So what else can people do to waste time? Or you might not get answer, or you might be wrong. What else can people do? Think of them. Write it in the comments. Yeah, this question, he says you have two lenses. He didn't mention what kind of lenses. Did he? Yeah, he told that both are convex lenses. Okay, fine. That is one thing you should take care. And then what exactly the question says you should understand first. You have two convex lenses like this. A beam of light is coming like this. It will come like this, and it will go like this, and it will go like this, right? Now he says this is 1 mm because the diameter is 2 mm. This is the diameter is 2 mm. So 1 mm is the radius, you can say. And this is 7 mm because the diameter is 14 mm. Now this is F1 and this is F2. So 1 divided by F1 must be equal to 7 divided by F2. Similar triangles. So that will give you F2 equal to 7 times F1. That is 280 is the answer. Mm. Now where can the student go wrong? The answer is given in mm, so you should be careful about it. And what else can the student go wrong? Rest all he need not go wrong. But if you, let us say, take instead of convex lens concave lens, will you get the answer? Yes, you are still getting the answer when you take convex lens or concave lens. Now the ray of light is going like this. The focal length you can consider here. This is the focus of this concave lens, such that it will go like this After crossing the lens, the rays are going like this, and then it will go parallel. So this is 1 mm again, and this is 7 mm again. So 1 divided by this focal length is 40. 1 divided by 40 is equal to 7 divided by f2. So again it is going to give you 280. No issues with that. So either way you will get the same answer. Yeah, look at the question. Clearly it is Wheatstone bridge. 1 by 2 is 2 by 4. So you can remove this. No use of that. And then what else you can do is you can find the effective resistance easily. 1 plus 2 is 3, 2 plus 4 is 6, that is 3 into 6 by 3 plus 6, 18 by 9, 2. 18 by 9, isn't it? Yeah, 18 by 9, that is 2. So effective resistance is 2. 9 by 2 is 4.5 amps is the current. But what is he asking? Heat generated in 1 minute between points A and B, here between A and B. Now you should be very careful. See, one more mistake I have done, that is effective resistance is 2, okay, but I didn't take the internal resistance. I am supposed to take internal resistance also, so plus 1 here. So the current is not 4.5, it is 3 amps. So the current is 3 amps. Now, so you are supposed to find the heat generated. So I square R, 3 square into R is how much? R, now you are supposed to take 2, not 3 again, because he is asking between A and B, not the total internal resistance. The heat generated in the internal resistance, we are not bothered about it. We are only bothered about the heat generated in the circuit between A and B itself, that is 2. So the current through that effective resistance is 3 amps. So 3 square times 2 should give you the answer. Of course, that is power multiplied by 60 seconds should give you the answer. So how much is that? 18 times 60. You should know clearly the multiplications properly. So 1080. Now, because this is an integer question, you should be more careful, because you may just find the power and report it, then it will be a wrong answer. And yeah, anyways, the question is asking the answer in joules. That's why you are saved. Actually, if he asks the same answer in calories, then it will be a problem. That you should be taken care. And then 1 minute, of course, you need to convert that into seconds. No way you can go wrong in that. You should be correct in that. Remaining all should be fine. Yeah, somebody might find the heat generated in the total circuit. So that would be 3 square, that is total current multiplied by 3, the effective resistance of the total circuit. That would be wrong again. So the possible mistakes would be. Yeah, so again an integer question. So whenever you're doing integer questions, you should be extra careful, because you don't know the answer you are getting is correct or not, because the options are not there. You cannot even check if one of the options is matching with your answer or not. So you should be careful. So let us do this question. You're supposed to find the moment of inertia of this. So find the moment of inertia of this rod about this axis. How much that would be? ml square by 12. That is about this axis, about the midpoint of this, and then ml square. So that horizontal rod, I am doing it this way, ml square by 12 plus ml square. And then of course for the vertical rod, it will be ml square by 3. So these calculations, if you do properly, that should do the thing, and then you should be getting your answer. So multiply by 4 and 4, then here 12 and 12. So that would be 17 by 12. Is it? Yeah. Something went wrong, isn't it? That is 17 by 12 I'm getting. But he gives x by 2. Oh, this must be 12 then. Then the answer is 17. Okay, the question itself is wrong. May not be in the NTA, but somebody who has printed this has gone wrong in printing that as 12 instead of 2 each. Okay, look at this question. 10 moles of oxygen is heated at a constant volume from so and so, so and so. The change in internal energy. I hope you know it that delta U is given by NCV delta T irrespective of whatever is the process. Now, here he has given it is a constant volume process, but it doesn't matter. Even if it is not constant volume process, because he's asking change in internal energy, you're supposed to do NCV delta T itself. So we are interested in delta T. Anyways, you don't have to convert that into Kelvin. So the delta T is 10 multiplied by 10. 10 is what? Multiplied by CV. CV is what? CP minus R. So Cp minus Cv is equal to R, that you know. So Cv is what here? Cp minus R, which is in calories. Mind it, okay? Calorie per mole centigrade. So I will take care of that. I'll put it as 5 and the number of moles as 10. And I will report this as an answer because anyways the answer is asked in calories. Now, why I keep telling you this is one of my previous students, the last year students, has done wrong in this calorie and joule conversion, and just because of that, he got 95 instead of 100. So, very, very pathetic thing. So, I ask you, yeah, most of the students might have left this topic, that is microscope and telescope. They might probably think that this kind of questions may not be given, but yeah, so it's a surprise maybe, but for them. But a good student should always learn every possible topic in physics, at least physics, because physics mostly is easy, so you can do all the questions. So the formula for this magnification, what is the magnification formula in microscope? L by FO multiplied by capital D by FE. So what is the length of the tube? It's given 32 by focal length of the objective lens, that is 2 multiplied by direct formula application. So very easy question if you know the formula. D is 25 and FE is 4. So doing the calculations, you will be getting 100. I don't think you will go wrong if you know the formula. Yeah, somebody might be questioning themselves, what is this normal adjustment? There will be two kinds of adjustments, and the formulas also will be different for normal adjustment and relaxed adjustment. So, yeah, for that you need to read the theory of microscope, understand and remember the formula. Most of the microscope or telescope will be generally done with just formula, but students are skipping this kind of topics.